Welcome to YOUCANIC. In this video, I'm going to take a look at a BMW that has the service engine soon light on, and then also it shows up the check engine light on the central display there. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the YOUCANIC scanner. We have run a full scan on this vehicle, and you can see all the different control modules are on this car. A lot of them have full codes, and you can enter any of them to do further troubleshooting. And we're going to enter the DME, or the engine electronics, also sometimes known as the engine control unit. You can see it has 19 full codes, so let's click on that. Here we can read all the codes. They're stored in the DME. It's all present. You can see the symbol right here. The problem with a car like this that has so many codes is that it could be more than one issue that's going on. So the best thing to do is to save this report, as you wouldn't save this report. If you come back here, you can hit save. You have the report in case you want to look back at it, but then you can come here and clear the codes, and then you will address only what's coming back. So you will address one issue at a time. Otherwise it's difficult to troubleshoot and figure out what's going on. It's also helpful to look at live data, and then you can look at all this live data in here. This will give you hints of what's going on. There's a lot of categories and data that you can look at, and this data is showing live. It took a second for that to update, but this is just data in the engine control unit. If we were to connect to the, let's say, the transmission control unit, then we'll be seeing other data. All right, so let's go back. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the engine off, but I do want to keep the ignition on. And then we'll go ahead and clear the codes. All right, now we're going to come back in here, and currently it says no codes. We'll start the engine. Now we can read the codes, see if something came up. There's the first one that came up. So you would start by addressing that issue first, and then if that's addressed, then you still have other codes that come up, then you address them one at a time. But if you're gonna have 10 or 15 or 19 codes like we did in this case, it's just nearly impossible to really pinpoint the issue. So it really does help to just clear the codes. It's recommended to save that report just in case you might want to look at it at some later time, but just read the codes, clear them, and then you'll restart the car. Sometimes you might have to drive a car, do a couple of driving cycles for codes to show back up there, but that's how you troubleshoot that check engine light on your BMW. Thank you for watching YOUCANIC, where you can be the mechanic.